Do you like playing Bounty Hunter, but often find that he's just too squishy, that he dies instantly? What if I told you Bounty Hunter was one of the best tanks in this game? What do I mean? Am I crazy? I don't know. Let me explain. So, when talking about Bounty Hunter, we have his passive ability here, Blessed Shots. Guaranteed ranged critical hit every 10 seconds. That works for his range weapon and also the melee weapon of choice today. The rapier has an alt fire mode. It just fires a pistol. It works with that as well. His career skill, Locked and Loaded. Victor fires a powerful shot that pierces enemies. He pulls out the sidearm and he just kind of blows everything away. It's really good for monsters, elites, chaos warriors, things that will hurt you. He also has ammo pouches, increases ammo capacity by 50%. Quick release increases reload speed by 15%. So, obviously this is a range class. The best temp health generating talent for the rapier, I think, is Blood for Money. Melee critical strikes and headshots restore 2 temporary health. Crit headshots restore twice as much. This just lets you make a bunch of temp health from like hordes and stuff. It's a little bit easier than getting killing blows. It's a little bit more reliable than this for temp health. This is heal share. Absolutely do not use this on Bounty Hunter. He has very little health already, so you're gonna want to make temp health in case you do get hit. So no to this. You're also going to be using the crossbow with this build. Open wounds is the one to go with that. Critical hits cause enemies to take 20% increased damage for a short duration. Does not stack with similar effects. So you shoot something, you crit, which you'll be doing a lot with this build. 20% more damage. There you go. Then you can ult him, shoot him again, whatever. He's also got Steel Crescendo over here. Upon firing his last shot, Victor gains 15% attack speed and 15% power for 15 seconds. Not really a huge fan of this talent. I've seen people use it and use it well. I understand it can be done quite good. I just don't like it. I don't see much of a purpose in running out of ammo intentionally, but that's just me. Weight of fire is also pretty good. This is what you would want to use with like the 2 pistols or the repeater, something with a large magazine size, because you're going to get more power that way. For melee, you have Smiter, and normally I like Smiter, but he's got 2 options here that are better, I think. You can use either one of these 2. Personally, I prefer Assassin, because we'll get into it in the talents down below, but he's going to be doing a crap ton of range damage already without the help of enhanced powers. You don't really need enhanced power, I think, but if you were to use this, it would benefit your ultimate and your range weapons and any specific breakpoints you were trying to hit. But that's why you would use that. Personally, I think Assassin is better. I always say if you have the chance to use Assassin in ability, you should use it, because it is the best melee damage stagger talent. You'll be doing the most amount of damage possible with Assassin, because crits and headshots will do tons and tons of damage. So there you have it. Down here you've got Blessed Combat. Melee strikes make up to the next 6 range shots, deal 15% more damage. Range hits makes up to the next 6 melee strikes, deal 15% more damage. Melee kills reset the cooldown for Blessed Shots. So kind of just makes you switch between melee and range all the time for more power. Again, kind of a weird talent in my opinion. Obviously it works pretty good if you want to keep switching like that. Personally, I think Cruel Fortune's a little bit better. Reduces cooldown of Blessed Shots to 6 seconds. So instead of every 10 seconds getting a guaranteed ranged critical hit, it is now 6 seconds. And with the crossbow and its reload time, pretty much every shot you take is going to be a crit, which is the whole point of this build, kind of. You also have Prize Bounty over here. Shots affected by Blessed Shots consume no ammunition. Kind of unnecessary for this. We're going to be taking Scrounger on our crossbow, so you're never going to run out of ammo with this build. So I think Cruel Fortune is the way to go. Down here, salvaged ammunition. Not a bad talent, but kind of completely unnecessary for what we're doing here. Killing an elite while out of ammunition restores 20% of max ammunition. Melee kills reload victor's ranged weapon. You're never gonna run out with this setup here. So you don't need this talent. You have a choice here between damage reduction and team movement speed. So Rile the Mob is kind of an interesting talent. Range critical hits grant Victor and his allies 10% movement speed for 10 seconds. It's not bad. Normally I don't like movement speed, but when you're all moving together, you're sticking together, so it's fine. There's nothing wrong with this talent. You also have Job Well Done. Killing an elite or special enemy grants 1% damage reduction buff, stacking up to 30 times, a max of 30% damage reduction, until end of mission or death. And he's got very low health, so I tend to go with this one more, but I mean, certain instances have a use for Rile the Mob. So it's just kind of a personal preference here. For his ultimates, he's got Just Reward. Ranged critical hits reduce the cooldown of Locked and Loaded by 20%. Can only trigger every 10 seconds. Personally, I think this one is not that great compared to Double Shotted, because Double Shotted modifies Victor's sidearm to fire 2 powerful bullets in a straight line. Scoring a headshot with this attack reduces the cooldown of Locked and Loaded by 40%. So if you headshot, and you hit both those pellets, or those bullets rather, for a headshot, that is an 80% cooldown refund of your ult. So you'll have like 14 seconds left to wait, and then you can ult again. So the play is to drink a purple potion, with decanter, try to headshot. Say you get like a couple headshots off, you'll be able to get off like 3, 4, 5, 6 ultimates. The more you headshot, the more you'll be able to get it off. So that's kind of why it makes Double Shotted really good. It's far and away his best. He also has Indiscriminate Blast. Modifies Victor's pistol to fire 2 blasts of shield-penetrating shot in a devastating cone. Each kill with the blast increases the amount of pellets in the next blast. I believe this has a limit at a certain point. I'm not sure what it is. I don't use this one enough to know that, but I know it has a cap, so you can only go so high with it, making it not as good as Double Shotted, in my opinion. Now getting into the gear. As I mentioned, the melee weapon is the rapier. It's fast. It's got a really good block radius. I run attack speed, block cost reduction, and parry on it. Now the reason I run parry on the rapier is because when you're alt firing, say you're blocking, right, and there's like 10 plague monks and they're just all wailing at you all at the same time. You would think, oh man, I'm probably just gonna die here. How will I survive? Well, if you keep alt firing, that alt fire will trigger parry every time you shoot. So they will not be able to break your guard as long as you keep alt firing. And the closer they get to you, the more damage that shot will do, so you can just alt fire them to death. Making Bounty Hunter a little bit in disguise, but also a really good tank. The crossbow, I go for power versus chaos, crit power, and scrounger. With those crits every 6 seconds, you're going to be getting 5% of your max ammo back pretty much all the time, which is why you're never going to run out. The crossbow does tons of damage. It's easy to headshot with. You can kill specials with ease. I mean, with this setup here, you'll be able to one-shot, as long as you crit, you'll be able to one-shot any enemy in the game other than a Chaos Warrior. If we, with this charm too. I'll just skip the necklace for now. The charm also has 10% power versus chaos and 20% crit power and decanter for the ultimate. So a total of 40% crit power and 20% power versus chaos. Really good. I'm sorry, you actually will not be able to one-shot the Wargers. If you take enhanced power, you will be able to, but you don't really need to. They'll be almost dead. So the necklace, I go for stamina, block cost reduction, and natural bond. So the rapier has a base stamina of 3, base stamina, like stamina shields of 3. So with 2 stamina, you have 4 shields. 30% block cost reduction here and here gives you a total of 60% block cost reduction and natural bond. So you'll have 100 base health, so you might as well just take natural bond, heal up that way. You have your 30% damage reduction, making him, in a lot of ways, pretty damn tanky. And then the trinket, of course, curse resistance, crit chance, and shrapnel. Curse resistance for the Grims, for Legend and Under, gives you more health, or lets you lose less of your health, I guess. Crit chance to proc Scrounger and just do more damage in general. And then shrapnel, you can throw a bomb at a monster. They'll be taking 20% increased damage for 10 seconds. Ultim, you do more damage that way. Let me know what you think of this build, guys. Bounty Hunter's kind of in disguise one of the strongest classes in the game, I think. He's really good. Try it out.